Eric!
Always call me Chris here.
What's up, you guys? How's everybody doing tonight? Good. My name's Eric. I'm fairly new to comedy. It was just a few months ago I grabbed a notebook off the counter and I just started writing jokes. Problem is that notebook was my recipe book. I need to change that, because last night my lasagna bombed. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Come on, Silver Basin. You guys can do better than that. That's more like more aggressive, all right? Who's there, okay? Ready? Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Never mind, it's just my lasagna again. I told you it bombed. The other day my friend told me, if you can't be good at it. So I stole her cat. And she still doesn't know it was me, so mission accomplished. I'm a plant dad, which if you guys don't know what that is, it's a term for a guy who doesn't get invited to parties. You guys have to excuse me if I'm a little bit off tonight. I had a situation last week and it caused me to order some pepper spray. And it came in the mail today and I was testing it out, you know, and I'll tell you what, masturbating with lotion is way better. About a month ago, I was doing some crowd work, you know, talking to some people, and I was talking to this woman in the front row, and her boyfriend started to get kind of agitated, you know. He started to get jealous. It made me think, gentlemen, I am no threat to you, all right? I'm partially crippled. I don't have any money. I couldn't provide for or protect your woman. If this was caveman days, I would be food. But there are 4 words that have got me some places I probably shouldn't have been. He made me laugh. So guys, am I a threat to you or your relationship? Absolutely not. But at the same time, I'm getting older, you know, my body's changing, my perception's changing. I have to eat things I didn't have to eat before. Viagra. There was a time in my life when it had been a long stretch since I had been intimate with a woman. And I remember thinking that every day that went by, the odds went up and my chances increased that I'd have some crazy one-night stand. And I believed this so much at the time that I took 2 Viagra every day before I left the house. I had 1 to 6 hours to run my errands and find a very dirty woman. It never worked out though. And there were some drawbacks to the plan. Sometimes I would go half-mass or even 3/4 mass. It didn't bother me. It was the other people at Natural Grocers that seemed to have a problem with it. I was like, what? I love buying bulk oats. There's some other ways to tell I'm getting older. The only video game I still play, Credit Karma. 720. Level up, y'all. Do y'all know this? DTF does not stand for down to fish. I have a buddy that still won't text me back. The older I get, the more I realize there's really only 2 kinds of people in this world. There's people that eat cereal in the bathtub and people that don't smoke weed. I eat cereal in the bathtub. It's for my mental health. I had a 15-year career in corporate marijuana, which is a total oxymoron. But when it ended, I gathered all of the skills. You know, I made a resume, and I went out and I hit that job market, and I got the one job that I'm qualified for. I'm an Uber driver. That's really just to give my mom something to brag about, though, right? There's a bunch of things you learn when you drive for Uber. For instance, you learn that everybody's just out there fighting the good fight. You realize that service industry workers are the best tippers. And you learn that strippers leave a residue that only the popular product from the 90s, Simple Green, can remove. You learn that some people just need to talk. And some people just need to shut up. Like I said, all of my interactions driving for Uber have been really pleasant, but one night, I've been driving all over town. I had college kids in my car all night, bar to bar, and then finally got everybody back home safe again. This woman gets in the back seat of the Uber. It was about 5:30 in the morning. She says, "It smells like weed in here." And I'd had a long night. I was like, "Ma'am, you're good. Most people can't smell the weed over the sex in the urine." Needless to say, the rest of her ride to her opening shift at Wendy's was completely silent. She got out of the car. I said, "Have a nice day." She slammed the door and she walked off. 5 stars and a $3 tip. Who knew? I met all kinds of people driving for Uber. As a matter of fact, did you all know that there's a whole group of beautiful, successful, independent power women, and they prefer to hook up with blue-collar dudes? Yeah, so fellas, fucking stay broke. BBS, bitches be slumming. Broke power, right? And ladies, you know what they say. Once you go broke, you're gonna have to pay for dinner. And I tried it. I gave it a shot, but it made me feel inadequate. I was uncomfortable. I even lied to her about my accomplishments. I told her I took a shower every day. But in the end, we were just from 2 different worlds. You know, she'd never been with a guy as rough as me, and I've never been with a woman who has a relationship with her father, so.
That was the one. That was the one.
And I'll tell you from experience, there is no more dangerous predator than a 45-year-old divorced woman, 2 margaritas deep, in the backseat of my car. I call them Uber cougars. And it's not just women, it's guys too. Yeah, one night I picked this guy up, we're driving along, we're chit-chatting, and there was a break in the conversation, and it had gone silent for a minute. And he said, "You ever hook up with dudes?" And the wild side of me was like, "Do it!" But the more like reserved, sensible side of me was like, I should probably be more well-rested before my first man-on-man sexual experience. I was flattered and offended at the same time. On one hand, he wants to do me, and I get that. But on the other hand, it was early enough in the morning, he could have taken me out to breakfast. Feed me. Feed me, then fuck me. And I realize this joke is starting to sound like instructions, but it's not. Calm down. I dropped him off, and I drove away. I did double back and fuck him, but for the record, I dropped him off, and I drove away. Woo! 5 stars and a $3 tip. You guys have a great rest of your night. Thank you very much. Oh my goodness.
Nice job, Eric.
Thank you. Please keep it going for Eric. Good energy. The Uber Cougar. Yeah, baby. You gotta be careful, man.